Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're excited about the new patch. I'm really excited to give some of these decks a try because I haven't played a lot of these champions in a long time. Like any of Kayle, Ornn, Alawi, I have not played them in a really long time. So if you have any deck lists and you're watching, feel free to send me some recommendations. I'm super happy to give a few a try and stream today. I don't know how long I'll be streaming, but definitely for the next few days I'll hopefully get some longer streams in. The stream should hopefully be like an hour and a half, if not a little bit longer. But first, we're going to give Jax Ornn a try. I'm actually really excited about this deck because I do think Jax and Ornn is an interesting deck. I usually don't love board-based decks that are just about stat sticking your opponent. For example, like Ornn Jax, things like timelines. I've never been a huge fan of, but I do like board-based decks in the terms of if you think of scouts or action Sivir, like more mid-range, not necessarily uber over the top, just big stats. But I do think this archetype has some potential to be a lot of fun. And so I grabbed this list off of Mastering Runeterra. They had a new article about some new decks to try for the new season. And so we'll give this one a try. It has some interesting cards that I don't have a ton of experience with, so we'll see how they go. Some of the more interesting ones are Entrancing Lure. I haven't played this really since the card came out, but I love the fact that it cycles itself while giving an ally challenger. That just feels really good to be able to manipulate combat while also just getting your card back essentially. Plus, obviously, Weaponsmith's Apprentice was a little buffed. Favorite Artisan. 3 copies of Fish Fight obviously is our best interaction for strike spells. Obviously, it's nice to have fast speed spells like a Concerted Strike or a single combat in Demacia, but Fish Fight should be able to do the job for us here. We have enough combat tricks otherwise to get away with it, things like Troll Chant and even a copy of Harsh Winds. Adept Weaponsmith is another one, just a 3-mana 3/3 that forges an ally. Again, kind of just working towards getting our board really buff. Partsmate Holes is another card that I really like. Burst speed to get an equipment, or to draw 2 if you discard an equipment, as well as get a unit out of it. Very flexible. Hearthblood Mender, I like this buff too. Getting rid of 1 power in order to forge an ally twice is pretty nice, so you can get his extra power onto a key unit that you need to win the game. Plus at the top end, Rock Colossus is a pretty interesting card too. 8 mana. The first time I'm equipped to create a 4 cross copy in my hand, granted the equipment's stats, is just kind of a fantastic finisher to get so over the top on the board that'll be really difficult for your opponent to catch up at that point. Yeah, so pretty interesting deck. I think it has a lot of flexibility in the early game with enough units to start applying pressure early without kind of forcing yourself to stall out until you can hit Ornn and Rock Colossus. So this will be my first game of the patch. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to see how it plays. I'm not expecting... Oh, okay. Rank's disabled for now. I never know how long it takes for ranked to be enabled. But I guess it's fine. We'll give this a try. I never really mind too much at the beginning of the season not playing ranked. But I almost never ever play casuals during the regular part of the season. So I guess if I was playing in the middle of the season, I probably wouldn't be playing Jax Ornn. But I imagine it'll be a really popular deck today, so we'll see how it goes. I don't even have any mastery on Ornn. Okay, let's see here. Those are cool card sleeves too. Are those the Arclight card sleeves? I like these 2 units. I don't know if I'm going to keep these in my opener though. I think we have enough interaction that we can kind of draw into it, or just cycle here and look for something else. And if we happen to draw more interaction, we're fine with it. But yeah, turn 3, 4, 5 is a pretty decent curve. Anything early on will be nice. If we don't hit any early units, we might fall a little behind in stats, but we'll have enough extra mana from turns 1 and 2 that we won't have to worry about just curving out into our units later on. We'll burn 1 mana if we play Piltover and Castaway next turn. Didn't Combat Cook used to be Forge Me Twice? I don't remember, but I feel like it used to be that way, and it was huge. Well, yeah, they definitely got a more aggressive curve than us. So I'm going to have to probably be pretty liberal with trading away my units here. Plus, if we have to trade away Castaway, I think Quick Attack's better here. Start to apply some pressure in return. If we have to trade away units, we're pretty happy to just discard one of our equipments anyway, because we have 2 more units that create equipment. We'll be drawing more, forging the equipment, so they'll get really big. We'll see how it goes, but pretty happy to probably just slam down Combat Cook here. I think I want a little bit of defensive stats on this guy. He's our biggest unit.
I know you've been stealing my place, Captain. Hey, they patch up the hall real good.
We have a pretty decent attack here unless they get their own Combat Cook, which they do. Again, we might be able to trade this here.
Using my lamp to stir the pot last night?
Yeah, I'll offer the trade.
All the spoons were dirty. Soup's on your head. Oh, soup's off.
Hearthblood Mender could be interesting here. We could play Hearthblood Mender to make this guy a little bit bigger. I don't know if that's particularly useful, but it's forging the equipment, right? So it'll become
Stories about Ornn, okay?
a 4/2 quick attack weapon. Plus it'll heal us a little bit, and then if we get another action, we could play Pot of Pain. Or what if we just play Pulse of Castaway number 2 and keep up Parts Made Whole to trade? I'll give this a try. We'll see.
Rather be sailing, but this looks fun too.
I guess we could have played Parts Made Whole first to not waste the improvised mana, but I kind of want to get him if I can here. That's a chunky 2-drop.
Come on, where's the competition?
Yes, good. He would approve, I think.
Oh, that's pretty good. How aggressive do we get with that? Oh, we don't even know the mana. Never mind. Yeah, I'll probably trade here and here.
Strike if you must.
Obviously, we're not trading the artisan. We're not killing it, but I'm pretty happy to try to get damage on it. Obviously, we can assume our opponent's playing Hearthblood Mender as well.
For Acacia. And you know what? Also for me.
I don't like his voice lines. I feel like that's so cheesy. That artwork's so cool, though. I like that one. Okay, we gotta go Weaponsmith this next turn, get an equipment on him. That doesn't feel great. Probably just Hearthblood Mender and equip him. I do want to attack this turn, though. Ooh, that's pretty good. I don't even actually know how much Ornn costs.
By the forge
He's a 7-drop, okay.
and we mend.
Is this Ornn before he... What is this, when Ornn decided to leave the world? Is that supposed to be like why he's all red in the chest and such? Is like, did he turn into Ornn? I have no idea what the lore is. Okay. So we could get of our own, do Challenger actually, which is probably worth it. To try to go after Ornn here. We do have freezes though, so how aggressive do we really need to be to try to go after Jax? Because if we do have Challenger and they have a freeze, we do feel really sad. So maybe I'll just get the combat reel here onto the Hearthblood Mender attack, and then like save our freezes for being a little bit more defensive next turn. I don't know if that's a particularly good play. If they do get bigger, okay. Yeah, we'll get in one attack here.
Ornn comes out full like a
I'm not entirely upset about them putting damage on this dude. If they don't, this guy could get pretty chunky too. We have lots of forging still in hand.
His hammer.
I'm pretty happy with that. Again, we have so many interactions here that we shouldn't be too worried next turn if this guy has like an extra 2 damage on him. Okay, there's our own Jax. It is nice that he's only 2 mana. He's not like an awful top deck late in the game. He's actually pretty good if you have a wide board.
Keep it moving, team.
Okay, I'll throw out my first freeze here.
Ever been to a blacksmith before?
Hey, what does this do? Combat reel, and this one has Pin of Pain. I guess we'll go after this one. It has more health, so it'll make this easier to die to a smaller unit later on if we need to trade. And then we'll throw out our first freeze. This doesn't even kill Jax, but I don't think that's a particular problem at the moment. We can go after him next turn with our own entrancing lure. We definitely have used our health as a resource this game. We haven't been particularly great at keeping up on board since we didn't have the 1-drop, 2-drop cards. I think I'll let that go. I don't want to use my other combat tricks yet.
1,000 years of battle and I'm just warming up. Sword, staff, big,
All right.
nothing speaking to me.
Do we ever just play Rock Colossus next turn?
Else can help.
Oh, that's an interesting card to put in there. That's actually pretty good for them. Hold on a second. He'll be... I don't know. Does his weapon... Will he be a 4 health thing? I don't think it's a particularly big deal. We could play Rock Colossus and give it... ooh, that's actually probably really good here, no? Rock Colossus and the Fix'em 5000. We run out of mana to play the Challenger onto their Jax, but again, we have a freeze for next turn if worst comes to worst. Because that'll be a really big unit. They'll be forced to freeze it, but they won't be able to kill it. I suppose they could play a card like the Flash Freeze or the Three Sisters into Entomb, but I don't feel like that'd be a play they'd go for here.
Gotta sharpen my lamp.
Okay. Now we're definitely living on the edge a little bit about how defensive we're forced to be for the rest of the game. We do have Hearth Bloodmender though, that'll help. Plus another 12-10, which is pretty good for 4 mana next turn. And what does he get when he attacks? Attack. Give me +1/+1 for each equipped ally. So you get a +3. So he could attack. We'd risk losing him to a freeze, even like a Troll Chant, and we just don't have enough mana left. Unless our opponent main decks a Flash Freeze, right? Like Three Sisters they don't have enough mana for, actually. So our Jax would die to a Troll Chant. I don't know if that's worth the risk. Oh, Fish Fight's actually really bad. Okay, well, he dies anyways. That's fine. That means we get to get in with our Rock Colossus. And we'll probably just be forced to defend the open attack with some freezes. And then try to rebuild, finish the game off with the Rock Colossus. I don't think it's actually too bad of a plan. Next turn we'll have 9 mana, so we could potentially get down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could get down all 3 of those units.
The work.
And our opponent's taking the trade. Awesome. Well, not even the trade, but just jump blocking.
Teeth, they will see.
That's really good. Because now this Rock Colossus will be on board. And we'll have another one with Overwhelm. They'll be really, like, defensive with any spells. Well, they might not even just have enough at this point. So we may be able to get out of this. We only have to survive this turn and we probably finish off the game. We have a ton of cards in hand, but we just haven't been able to get them down quite yet.
There is a story.
Okay, I'm pretty happy to play Hearth Bloodmender here.
Where Ornn comes out of the lake of lava?
I don't care about the 6/3 being weak. He can block any of these 3 and they don't have Overwhelm. So I'll just make sure our Rock Colossus is uber huge.
Light in our hearts.
Oh my gosh, look at this little dude. Oops, I don't have any good ones. I never ever use emotes except for like reacting to other funny moments or at the very beginning of a game to greet people. And so for the greeting, I had the Happy Leona emote sticker. And then I don't have any good ones though for like the Shen. I don't have the Shen one for saying goodbye. All right, cool game one though. Went pretty well. I think. I don't even know what, because obviously that's just my first time playing that matchup. I don't know what's good for winning that matchup. Do you want the early aggressive units like the 1, 2, 3, like our opponent had? Or was ours really good too, where we had 2, 3, 4, and from that point on in the game we still had that built up spell mana that our bigger units were just able to oh no, sorry, we went like what, 3, 4, 5? And so we had that built up spell mana to use our spells a little bit more efficiently. Like this hand looks really good though. I do like Troll Chant against their deck. Could potentially kill Lucian. And there's a one copy of Hirschman's too.
What's that noise?
I'm actually throwing. I was so distracted. I was actually looking at like the stream page for a second. I forgot to play my one drop. That's okay. We don't have anything to play on turn 3 anyways at the moment, so. That was so silly.
There are stories in the ringing of steel.
Alright, so we can play Weaponsmith's Apprentice. And I think that'll forge Jax, so it worked out okay.
The spirit of the mountain was working at his forge.
I miss that card so much. That's such a cute card.
Got more scars than years.
I love this card too, Screeching Dragon. I love the in-card games when they use other cards in the card art. I don't know. I think it's clever. Plus the art's just funny. What is this? Height Spike. Well, okay. I won't attack because it'll just block with minion. And I don't want to get damage on this quite yet. I don't think it's worth it. Because it'll be vulnerable to a hate spike at the moment. Plus we have like quick attack on the favorite artisan. So I might want to use it with the Entrancing Lord if our opponent plays like a Lucian. Or I might just sacrifice it to a big unit if our opponent plays the Challenger Husk, obviously. And then we'll get Combat Cook to catch potentially later on. We'll see how it goes. But that's so bad. Getting Challenger on Shyvana is about our worst outcome. So what do we do? We could Forge, turn her into 4/5, 5/6. She'd live, but she wouldn't kill Shyvana, so I don't know if it's worth it. We'll see what they do.
End them.
I think I might just let this die. I don't particularly care, actually. Weaponsmith's Apprentice can save way more damage later on, so I'll let this go.
Stories untold.
I'll play our Combat Cook here. Quick attack, sweet.
Good fight, the spice of life. Garlic works in a pinch.
And so now I can go after Shyvana right now, which I might just do. Because I want to be able to keep up a Troll Chant, right? What does this do? Okay, I actually don't know how this card works. Is it the first time you equip an ally, forge it? Is it like the first time this card sees you equip any ally, forge it, and then it's done forging? Or every individual unit? Yeah, because this one didn't get the buff. So it is just the very first time of the game it sees you equip. Okay. So Jax won't get forged. He would be a 4/2. But then it just gets blocked by a 2/1 or a 1/1. So I think I'd rather just kill Shyvana and keep up our interaction. Oh my gosh, what are these guys from? Oh, okay, it's like they were just like retired Demacian soldiers like running a tavern type thing. I was like, these guys are like absolutely blowing up the Avarosans with their cutlery. Nice. Alright, one Shyvana down. I'll play Jax. We might be running into another spooky dragon next turn though. Like, the Screeching Dragon could kill Jax. I'll forge him beforehand, just because this is focus speed. The next dragon will be really big too, since they'll get 2 Fury triggers from killing Dragon Chow. We do have 3 interaction effects, not much else going on, so we probably need to make sure our units don't die from this point onwards until we draw a little bit more gas. Like, would Hearthblood Mender be good here? I think so. Castaway's not bad either. They all have food. Oh, jeepers. I was just talking about this card. Going after our Jax. Scout is interesting. He'll be a 2-1. So a 3-1 with Scout's kind of pathetic. Maybe we just take the Rake for when we find like our Rock Colossus or our Ornn.
Still full of holes after you taunted that sea monster, you dolt.
What? He's a 1-drop now? I don't remember seeing that. I don't know why I don't remember seeing that in the patch notes. That's so weird. That seems so like strange and like I'm so unused to that. Like a 1-mana 3/2 double attack that rallies is like kind of funny. I don't know why I don't remember seeing that in the patch notes. I didn't look over them too thoroughly, I suppose, but like, cause I don't know. That's kind of funny. I don't remember that. Cause I was like, Alawi's cool, Ornn's cool, but for some reason I don't remember Lucian getting turned into a 1-drop. Yoinks. Okay, that guy's huge. Yeah. Okay, we can't even actually play Troll Chant to save Jax now. A little unfortunate. If I'd expected Dark and Halberd, I probably should have gone just left up Harsh Winds. Because now Jax is gone and we're looking a little sad.
His fire burns bright in our hearts.
Honestly, I would have loved to be able to forge the upcycle Lurk. That'd have been pretty good. Fury is pretty useless for their deck. I'm not going to attack with Pelt of Castaway though, because we'll just use him as a chump blocker next turn.
Take a load off.
This is a little spooky. I'm not quite sure how to deal with this. Obviously, we have, I think, 3 copies of Fish Fighting deck, so maybe we find one of those. It's so weird. I never think of these equipments anymore. Like the ones you get from Improvise. I always think of the Darken ones, like the Darken Aegis, the Darken Spear, since Aatrox has been meta for so long. These are just kind of like afterthoughts, so like I forget their cards. Okay, that's fine. We still have a chump blocker next turn. But the Screeching Dragon has Challenger, so we're going to be forced to use our Harsh Winds if we want to keep these units alive. I don't particularly want to do that. This minion's going to be huge as well. Okay, sorry about the audio going away for a second. Wait, how'd that happen? Oh, the minions killing each other triggered Lucian. That's pretty bad. That's really, really bad, isn't it? What? Why? Oh, I guess he dies and they just don't have enough for combat tricks. I was thinking like why not go after these guys, but I forgot they didn't have enough mana to like manipulate anything, and our guys are also really big. Okay, there's one card to help us. Equip me With an exact copy of an ally's equipment or the strongest equipment from hand. Attack, forge me twice. So he'll become a 5/5, a 6/5, an 8/7 with scout. Sure.
Oh, too much salt.
Okay, I'm pretty happy to get rid of Lucian. Now we're really sad if they have a strike spell, but we have to play it now so that next turn we can have access to harsh ones. Oh wait, I really wanted to give him scout.
We were
Rats!
caught unaware.
I thought I'd get to choose, but that's right. Okay, that's fine. Well, now I don't want to take this off of him. He'll only be like a 6/5. I guess this has to be good enough, huh? Wow, I haven't seen that card ever. That's pretty cool. I think we just lose then. We don't have any way to freeze a Screeching Dragon. I guess we kind of have to go for it though, no? That's actually really interesting. Hold on a second. So Ornn levels.
You wanted the god of the forge, you got him.
Wait. They'll only have 9 mana next turn, so they can't play Tarash. What if we just go catch to get the upcycled rake on him? He'll be really big. Anyways. When we attack like this. Ooh! And his scout attack will also create a 9/6 overwhelm. His second attack. That's so good. That's a crazy play. That felt really clever. I like that. Oh my gosh. He's just forged twice this round, so that gave the rake +4/+4 permanently. Any unit we find is going to be like a huge scout threat. Our opponent's forced to lose both of them. Oh gosh, next turn they can just Tarash though. But, ooh. Yeah, it's actually really bad. Hold on a second. I think we're in trouble still. Because we don't have any units. Like, this is where I like the Darken equipment, because you can just play these as equipment late in the game. Right now they look kind of useless. Heck yeah, what does he do? Oh. I mean, we literally can't play any of these cards right now, can we? I think we live, though. We have 7 health, so maybe we don't. Wow, that's a little preemptive, my dude. You have no idea what we have in hand. Like... I think they got us. Unfortunate. It was close, though. Obviously, like when you attack with Rush, you expect to end the game. And we only had 7 health, but like they didn't know what we had. That seems like so arrogant to do it just a little bit beforehand. Or like even like bad mouth, you know? Like I don't particularly care. Like I think it's funny in casual stuff when like when you get to do a cool thing, right? You get to play Taraj. But I'm like, I guess I'm just too cautious. Like when I attack, I'm like, I'm never thinking I'm going to win a game until like I pretty much have it like in the victory screen. Okay, I think this should be a good matchup for us simply because our units get so big that they're forced to block with their units and can't keep them alive to heal them afterwards. But maybe I'm wrong because if you guys have been watching for a while, you've seen me play against TK Soraka several times. And they get their Petricite Broadwing like uber huge somehow. I don't particularly remember how they do it actually. We haven't drawn a fish fight once yet. Ooh, this is clever. I like this. I like this a lot. We doesn't have any units in hand though.
Rather be sailing, but this looks fun too. Headlong
Heck yeah, no units. Sure. Well, I'll just pass then. That was actually kind of a funny little interaction that they didn't play any units. I thought I was going to get some damage in.
Where are you, spirit?
Kindle picked me. That's why I Smith.
What are we looking for here? I guess Parts Mage Hold doesn't have to discard an equipment.
I will tell you.
Tell the one about his fiery breath, Hertha.
I'll protect you.
What are we looking to do here? I don't know what to do here. This turn feels really awkward.
I am here to help.
I want to get this bigger, and I think it'll forge. Yeah, so it gets a little bit bigger.
Class sameness. I understand. Hold while I smith.
I think I'm going to kill Soraka here with the fish fight.
My flock.
I don't know if there are any challenges. I never check the challenges in the menu. Like, I don't particularly like pay attention to completing them. But if there are any that happen to deal equipment damage, we certainly got the achievement today. Harsh Runes is another interesting one. I don't know particularly how useful it'll be, but this is like an Uber bait. I'm just gonna let it go. I don't want to discard this to summon the Acathian Mirage. Well, thing's never dying. I do want to get Rock Colossus down. That's probably the most important unit for us. So if our favorite artisan dies, that's okay. We'll just end up being able to equip it to the Rock Colossus.
I know you've been stealing my
But a Hearthblood Mender would be really, really good here. Ooh. Okay, I was curious if the silence would destroy the equipment or not, but I assume that's just obliterate then. I think we can keep attacking though, because they don't have the Star Springs on board. So we'll make this try to be as like damage as possible. We'll just keep our threats on board. Eventually, we'll hopefully just go wide and big enough once we start hitting stuff like our Rock Colossus or our Ornn. But next turn we get Rock Colossus with Scout Overwhelm. That's really good, because this can't even die to a Sunburst. So that'll make me feel a little better. And I don't particularly care to wait an extra turn just to get Weaponsmith Apprentice on it. Or maybe, yeah, we go Rock Colossus now. Next turn we play Weaponsmith Apprentice plus Upcycled Rake, and it gets even bigger. Seems pretty good. That's so funny. We're never killing that thing. I think we'll just play this now. I don't particularly want to take the extra action. I'd rather get Rock Colossus. Yeah. I'm surprised our opponent surrendered. I guess they just didn't draw anything, but we had a pretty good end there too. Alright, well that was fun playing some Jax Ornn. I'm going to move over to some Kayle action though and see how this plays. This is another one I just found on Mastering Runeterra. Lots of stuff to buff up our units. Things like Solari Soldier comes down with extra health for one turn. Bloodletters, Asmus is great at buffing stuff up. A ton of gems. And at the top we have like some spell protection, and Kayle of course, and even Azalani. Yeah, so I'll just jump into this. I haven't really looked at this too much. I was more excited about playing Jax Ornn, but I want to give this one a try and see what it feels like. Maybe give you guys a little bit more variety, but I do not claim to be an expert with Kayle. Nora Brahm, okay. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Such a nasty hand, my goodness. Okay, how greedy should I get here? Depending on what we draw. Okay, we did draw other units. So I was gonna say, if we didn't draw any more units, I could have gone Esmus on turn 2, and then pending a top deck, our action would get the Chime. I think that seems pretty good. But at this point, I think we probably go Action, turn 2, since our opponent only has 1 mana. Turn 3, instantly start with Dark and Lodestone just to give Action the extra health so it's hard to kill him. And then we play Esmus, and then he'll be really, really big. Obviously, this is like actually kind of silly. Maybe we could go Esmus. Because like, what if our opponent is Group Shot? That's only 1 damage. Some Fumes would be 3 mana to deal 2, right? I don't actually remember how some Fumes work. Maybe not. But I don't think they have an easy way to kill Action here. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. Turn 3, Action's a 4/4, and we have an Esmus buffed up. Okay, that should be fine too. He's a little bit vulnerable, but I'm pretty happy to just open attack on turn 5. Maybe I'll just play Kayle too. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We can get Bloodletters down, because Action's not equipped yet. So even if he does die... Plus we have Pale Cascade activated for this turn. Yeah, let this go. Sounds good. And then we'll play Kayle next turn. We'll just get our big units down. When I'm summoned, grant all allies +1/+0. So it grants herself the +1. So she'll be a 5/6. Then we could play the Dark and Bloodletters on her. She'd be huge. This is a really impressive start. Holy smokes, I feel really good here. Obviously their deck isn't very well equipped to kill our stuff, I don't think. But it certainly feels cool. Kayle's level up animation is also really cool. Spirits Unleashed. That is fine. So who do we want to buff? We can give one of them +2/+2. Actually, what if we just equip Kayle first? And then that'll make sure she can kill Braum. And Action can kill Braum. This is nasty. That's such a cool sound effect. Once we get Overwhelm on something, I don't know actually if this deck list runs Absolver. Let me check. No, you have 2 copies of Quicksand, 1 copy of Shapestone. Okay. That's interesting. I guess we don't really need that, right? Our units just get so big otherwise. We do have 3 Crescent Guardians that can get Overwhelm, and obviously Zalani's kind of crazy. This is going to flip as well. If they give us an action, I'm probably just going to shoot Braum. I don't think we need to keep up Rite of Negation this turn.
Come on in. Good times, good friends. What could be better?
I think I'm probably just going to go with the draw for the Relic of Power next turn. But I'm not opposed to just going Sandstone Charger and getting a huge unit to like put even more pressure on our opponent. Alright, pretty cool. Actions double, that gives an extra stat line. I'll probably just draw here. Oh wait, hold on a second. How is he 8 mana? Okay. Oh, actually, granting allies +1/+0 seems actually relevant in this deck. Heck yeah, okay. Oh wait. That took me too long to realize what was going on here. Oopsies, I've never actually played Zolani before. And so, but as I was reading the card as I played it, I figured it was I have +2/+2 for each ally that has its power increase or something like that. And so, whoopsie, 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 whoopsie. Okay, forgive me, forgive me. It's casuals. It's not seasonals. My first time ever playing the card.
How about another round?
I'm just gonna play the unit, I think. No, we don't need to. They need to do something first. We're happy if the round just ends here. Okay. It's another out of the
A cat in the lap.
ability to destroy our landmarks. So I'll just kill Nora, get our Crescent Guardian down with some buffs, and then next turn our open attack is probably enough to put them so far behind that they can't catch up. Oh wait, they haven't attacked this turn. Why did I think they didn't attack this turn? What did they do? Oh, they Poke Stick first, that's right. Oh, well that's fine. That definitely wasn't oopsies. Now they have an extra blocker next turn.
It is easy, see?
Oh, because Kayle resummons, granting everything the stats. Okay, well I have +2/+2 for each ally that died with its power increase. So if we attack with her last... what if we just buff her up? Like this.
Deliverance.
So if they kill any of these units... Wait, why did she get so buff?
Let's talk about
Oh, because she gets +1/+1 for each time these guys... Right.
I've got me.
Yeah, like if they freeze these two, our Zolani will get buff. That's actually so funny. A few misplays this game, but it worked out. Good game. That was so funny. I literally had never ever played Zolani before. And that was an oopsies, but we still got there. I don't think I did much impressive, but the deck just felt really good. That was fun though. I haven't played Kayle since like day 1 or 2 after she released. But she's a pretty cool champ. Zillion Echo, okay. Oh man, this hand's nasty too. I don't think we need triple 2-drops. I'd rather look for Troll Chance or Freezes to interact with their Echo. Well, we got triple 2-drop anyway. What are we scared of? Action dies early on if they get an action to play Mystic Shot. But turn 2, they might play a unit first, then we play action. Then we can open turn 3 with the Darkened Lodestone to put him out of Mystic Shot range. I'm happy to take this attack. It gets our Kayle buffed up. They can't trade effectively. Even if he goes down to 1 health, I don't particularly care. Because from what I've seen so far of this deck, our opponent definitely needs to be careful of their health. Because we get some really chunky units later in the game. That is also a point to not block. This could block much more damage later on from a big unit like a Kayle. I do think I want to get action down no matter what here. And then turn 3, we could go Darkened Lodestone onto Action and Darkened Bloodletters on the Solari Soldier.
Don't look the other way.
I love the Lunari and Solari themes. They're very cool. We'll take the 4. I don't want to leave these guys alive for too long, but we lose our units now when we're preparing for a pretty big turn ourselves. Also, I love these Ionia card sleeves. Ionia card sleeves. Alright, that's really good too. I think we'll probably still go with our original plan. Or maybe we just play the Solari Soldier, turn him into a 4/4 for the turn. I'm not opposed to that either. Oh wait, no, we didn't Daybreak, so that won't work. If they want to Mystic Shot this, we're fine. We'll just get the Dark Enthrall. And we still get to get in with Action. I didn't play a ton of Action Sivir when it was first meta, like when it first came out and it was like the best deck in the game. But I picked up on afterwards because that's like when I really started getting into Runeterra. And I love that deck so much. And he was in quite a few other decks that I've enjoyed over the past year or so. He's a very flexible champion, obviously. But I just like his effects. He's kind of cool. He feels like a tempo card. I don't know. I enjoy it. Our hand is kind of dead, though. We might just have to play Lunari Cultist to turbocharge Action with the gems to get the World's Palace down sooner. Because it will buff him up his offense, obviously. And getting like a 5/3 quick attack is pretty decent. I won't complain about that for sure. I just don't know if it'll be enough. We don't have any interactions for their champions. I think our opponent's roping us. This never happens in ranked. Maybe they're just thinking about the decision, but they've taken both times to the rope this turn on turn 3. Ooh. That's actually really good for our next turn. I don't know if I'm worried about Zillion yet. These guys will hopefully just buff up with gems. Shoot. That sucks. We'll still play our Cultist, force them to play this now. And then we can get our units down next turn. But man, that's brutal timing. But I was most really worried about Action being at 1 health for when they created the time bombs, not for the cat bomb, but that's still okay. We get to get pretty big units next turn. Again, we just don't have much interaction. We have like a decent turn though with Sly Soldier and Crescent Guardian. Then we'll have 2 excess mana, and so we could play 2 gems. And that would flip our Warlord's Palace. So we could get our draw next turn. That's not bad. That could help fix our hand.
Raise your weapon, Sunwind.
I think I want to get our Crescent Guardian as buff as possible. I'll probably play the Dark and Lodestone here. I don't know why our opponent's passing so much. I don't know what they could be doing. Because the time bombs are only effective once they chump block some. But at a certain point we need them to chump block. Oh wait, I could have gone the gems to level this up. That's fine. Interesting play.
May we bleed forever. Punish transgressions.
I don't know I'm supposed to buff these guys up. I think this is fine. What? Did they just nerf our Solari Soldier? Oh, I was gonna say, I thought the line was going on here. I was like, why not save the damage on Crescent Guardian? But okay, that makes more sense. Well, our Dark Enthrall's probably dead soon. If they resolve one time bomb, that'll only kill our Dark Enthrall, giving us the ability to kill the Solari Soldier before it dies to a time bomb. Ooh, Esmus is pretty good too. Because their time bombs are meant to like whittle us down over time. And if we just keep buffing up a unit 2 times with Esmus, we have gems to heal. Should be pretty difficult here. We'll play this first. I want to get more information before picking what card to draw. Action to be leveled. That's important to note too. Yeah, I think I'll go Action. I'll just play my cards. I don't know what we're holding back from. They'd have to have 2 time bombs, and that only kill the unit we want to die. And if they give us the open attack, we're also very happy with that. Ooh, that's tempting. I think I might. We'll do this, get rid of the blocker. Then, it'll force them to do something to save some damage. Potentially, if they have a time bomb. No, it's a Kiri deck. Okay, not expecting that. So we could go Esmus, turn him into a 4 attack, 5 attack, 6 attack. Not quite good enough. So maybe we don't care if Esmus dies or if Action dies. We just push damage, right? I also kind of still want this to die, so I'm gonna leave it at 1 health.
Take your time. I love to be kept waiting. Peace to servitude. Follow the horizon. May we bleed forever.
I'll really incentivize them to block this. Because now if they kill Action, they're taking a ton of excess damage.
I've seen it all.
Wow, they get to use all 3 cards in stack here? It's actually probably kind of bad for us. Oh, they just drew it. Shoot. Yeah, that sucks. They're down to 5 though. Plus this will die next turn. So I'll just play Harazi next turn, I think. Get Lunari Cultist down as a unit to buff up with the next Harazi we play. Our opponent can't really attack or else they lose the game on the open. Depending on what they draw, of course. Oh, wow, they hit Echo. That's actually really bad. Because now we're forced to block. Or else they just kill us. But then they might just get the revive. So Zlani would be a 7/7. Can't do that. Harazi would be 7/7. Honestly, I'm just going to throw a Solari Soldier out first. If they want to attack. And we just see what they do now. If they get the revive or not. Or the rally, I should say, not the revive at this point.
Oh, right. I remember this.
Okay. Well, they tap out of the rally this turn. So we can play Zolani.
War is a curse I cannot permit.
Just fail prescience. Okay. Harazi plus Pale Cascade will mean the Echo can't kill one of our units.
Coming back to me now.
Like if we go like this. SMS is a good finisher, by the way. Because we can buff that up with Harazi next time. But now they're forced to lose their units, and we only lose if they hit the revive.
Well, you had a future.
There's probably a good chance they have it by now. They've had like 3 predicts. But we kind of had to go for it. We just don't have any interaction at this point for it. Oh man, they're still digging. They might get it. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, GG. We couldn't do much at that point. We had to go for it.
I've learned what I can to help Acadia. This is my future. No more wasting time.
GG. Yeah, I don't know. The decks both felt cool, but I didn't feel like there was a ton of agency. Like, they both kind of felt... There were a lot of points where I didn't really have many decisions to make. But they were both a lot of fun. I definitely think it'll be fun to continue experimenting with the Ornn deck. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are playing. I think it's a fun patch. Lots to look forward to. And I'm really excited to see what decks kind of like come out of this. So like if an Alawi deck will pop up, things like that. Or what other decks will still be good. Like if Gwen Katarina will be good is actually what I'm really interested in seeing. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you have a good one.